Alright, hey guys, so today's going to be what is it going to be? It's going to be the 15-win tournament episode because, well, we've got 500 gems again, so we got to get to 15 wins in this tournament. By the way, that deck I just had a second ago, that is a kind of monstrously toxic deck. So, since this is a guide, of course, as usual, I usually try to just pick whatever deck is easiest to play and then just play it. But nothing is, like, strictly, grossly overpowered in this meta, so, you can pretty much just play something balanced and it'll work. But usually, actually, the monstrously broken decks that are easy to play actually get hard countered by mid-ladder menaces, believe it or not. So I'm not going to be playing that for the first couple wins. I'll probably spend the first 5 wins on xbow or something, or at least until I find some real players, and then I'll swap over to the easy deck and show you guys how that one works. So, I've never played either of the decks that I'm showing this video, so this could end just absolutely horribly. We'll see. But okay. So I'm going to be using 3.0 xbow to get past the mid-ladder menaces, and then I'll be using that Evo P.E.K.K.A. Gob Giant deck to get past the real players. So, I don't know that much about xbow, but what I do know is that Evo Archers are monstrously overpowered. You should play them as much as humanly possible. So he's playing Evo XE Ghost, which is something. He's also got Evo Lumberjack, and he's garbage at the game. So, it's looking very much like we're about to take this guy's tower just immediately because he's going all in for no reason. So I'm going to xbow with this. I'm just going to straight up Tesla the river. I know it's kind of like odd to just hard commit to an xbow like this, but I know that he's down so much damage from just playing everything at the river for no reason. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's tower down actually. Just straight up like that. Playing a heavy win condition 6 elixir xbow means that if they're making terrible mistakes, you can just punish them hard. So that's part of why I'm playing this deck right now, to beat the mid-ladder players. Also, it's a general deck. Usually when you're playing as mid-ladder, you want to have some sort of cycle, because you want to be able to have very versatile cards that can beat pretty much anything. So, I'm going to cycle my archers next. The reason I played my E-Spirit before my archers is just because I want to see if he's going to let me take the tower. I'm hoping that he will give up so I can speed this along, but I won't take any chances. And there we go. That's why I didn't take any chances. I was thinking of xbowing for the king tower because I was pretty sure he wasn't playing. So he committed a Little Prince to that Mega Knight. He had no reason to commit a Little Prince to that Mega Knight. The least he could do is see what I'm going to defend with and then commit to a Little Prince to that Mega Knight afterwards. I'm going to test like this and then Knight High. The reason why I let my xbow die is because the Mega Knight doesn't knock back a building, so it's worth it for me to let the building be the one that's tanking. And now I've got my Evo Archers in the cycle, which are monstrously overpowered. I don't think he's played, like, arrows yet, so I'm just gonna go in with these and see what happens. Always with this stuff in the river, huh? Well, I'm gonna pull these over to my Evo Archers. My Evo Archers will annihilate them. The Evo Archers will also annihilate that Executioner, and that's xbow on tower. So, the thing with Evo Archers is that they do the damage per second of 2 Musketeers. So that's 8 elixir worth of damage per second for 3 elixir. Of course, they're glass cannons, they die easy, but if you split them, suddenly they don't have a weakness anymore, because you can't reasonably arrows 2 split archers. I'm just going for defense. I'm just playing Clash of Clans, really, just because, I mean, there's no way that this guy's going to win this game. I'm just kind of, like, trying to get across to him that there's no way he's going to win this game. Hopefully, if I play Clash of Clans hard enough, he'll just give up and let me 3-crown, but in 10 seconds, I can't 3-crown with xbow, so it's... time has already been wasted. So, yeah, xbow, yippee. I mean, it's a very toxic deck. I mean, so, in terms of, like, once you stop being garbage at the game and you start being just okay, the deck that you're going to struggle most against is xbow, because the players who are just okay, xbow is, you need perfect micro for it, and if you don't have perfect micro, you're going to suffer. So, xbow is very good at skill checking medium skill players. It's actually bad against low skill players because most low skill decks have like some big tank, and then the xbow has a hard time getting around that. Notice I didn't ever play an aggressive xbow until I saw that I had my Evo Archers in cycle. When I didn't have my Evo Archers in cycle, I just waited. I'm playing my Tesla to the middle here because I don't know if that ram would bypass. I know that there's some funny things going on with how the bridge works now, so I don't want to, get a bypass ram and then have to play some extra elixir on it. P.E.K.K.A. I have no idea what to do here because I haven't played xbow all that much, so I'm just going to go for an xbow opposite lane. That strikes me as the kind of thing that you would want to do. I'll like to protect my xbow here because I'm not just going to let a single golden knight take my entire thing out. And, okay, so let's see, I'm down 6-5. I'm down to 5 elixir right now, so I've got to defend this P.E.K.K.A. with some magic. But I think that archers, if you don't know, actually, there was a little while ago that archers were actually kind of broken because they did so incredibly much damage per second. I think they got like a hit speed buff or something like that. But they got a humongous hit speed buff that made them annihilate anything that they got in range of. And because of that hit speed buff, they were just really overpowered for one season. But it's not just that. Archers never got their damage per second nerfed. They got their hit speed changed, but they never got their damage per second nerfed. So even after all of this time, they're just holding on to that overpowered damage per second. That's the power creep going for you. So like, they were overpowered for a while, they got nerfed. The thing that made them overpowered wasn't nerfed, it was something else that made them not as good. But they still have that overpowered amount of, by the way, I predicted the Golden Knight at the back. I was expecting him to play something there, so I would be able to get an Expo lock on tower. It's not very much of an Expo lock, but it is something. Oh, it heals off buildings now. I could have sworn he used to do that. Anyway, Evil Archers will hard bail me out here because I don't think he's back to his arrows yet. Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, looks like I was way too aggressive with that Expo. But it'll probably work out fine. I can wait for the battle round to charge off of my tower and then reset it with the Tesla. And that's pretty much game, actually. You notice that both times I went aggressive, I did get more damage than he did. So he was playing effectively getting to my tower when he knew that he was up elixir. It just wasn't effective enough because clearly my cards are better. When's the last time that his cards had overpowered stats? My archers have had overpowered stats sooner than the last time that his cards have had overpowered stats. So that pretty much just means that when all things are equal, I will be at advantage. And that's... the defense was clean. Not very clean. I didn't pull that one minion. If I had played my E-Spirit on one tile closer and then knighted high, then it would have worked out better. Okay, I was going to Expo to see if he would let me take tower, but I guess not, so I have to cycle around to a fireball. And that's game. 2 out of 15. I was afraid that battle round was going to bypass the Tesla there. I got to be really careful with battle rounds. Battle round's got a relatively low sight range, so it's easy for battle round to bypass when other things don't normally. So, next game, still Princess Tower, which is nice to see. Nice thing about this deck is that you can use E-Spirit. E-Spirit's actually really good offensive spirit because it can chain so well. Which, this could be anywhere between mid-ladder and overpowered. I'm just going to instantly fireball that. I mean, I don't really care. I can play fast and loose with my elixir because I've got a kind of overpowered deck. And I've got extremely good single-time defense. So he's got Giant Skelly Witch. Giant Skelly is garbage right now, so I know that he's not playing meta, he's playing mid-ladder. Clone, I'm guessing clone. Definitely clone. Tank, Archer, Snipe, E-Spirit for the Skelly Barrel. And that's clean defense. I suppose, no, because there was no way for me to keep my archers out of this giant Skelly bomb, no matter how low I played them, because their range just isn't long enough. So I think that actually was perfect defense. So he's got Giant Skelly, Skelly Barrel, Flying Machine, Witch. That's 5 of his 8 cards. I'm going to go for an X by the River here, because he doesn't have his Giant Skelly in hand, and... oh, now he does. But most clone decks, they only have one big tank, so... oh, that's... how am I going to kill that Witch? This is the question of the day. Skelly's Fireball Log. Okay, I only took a little bit of damage for it, but I'm down quite a bit of elixir right now. I can't really... I'm gonna Archers anyway, because I just don't want to take too much damage. I know it's... I should have ignored that Flying Machine to get my elixir back, but I'm hoping that he's going to give me an opportunity to get my elixir back elsewhere. I think that if I had... I actually don't know. Because I was thinking about... I heard that there was some timing where you could get like a perfect Fireball log off on a Witch, and that would instantly kill her before she could heal. But the Skellies were so far out in front, I was pretty sure that no matter how I played it, it wouldn't have worked. I'm playing a Tesla low into the inner tile right now, so that it'll pull a Skelly Barrel even if he plays it in a bypass placement. He didn't, but it worked out. I would really like to see that Ken cart go forwards. There we go. And I can just log, and that's everything dead. Nice thing is that the Tesla went underground, so it didn't end up getting hit by the cannon cart. I'm going to expo like this. The reason I'm expoing kind of close to the middle is so I can get a Tesla on this side, because I'm expecting a Flying Machine on the edge. Oh, that's unfortunate. Anyway, I'll do E-Spirit and then Evo Archers. The reason why I'm committing this expo anyway is because it'll get through a little bit. And because it got through, I don't have to worry about taking his tower later. I'll play a high Tesla here. It'll control the river, so he has to set up a push into that Tesla, which is going to be very awkward for him. I'm going to set up an preemptive expo too, because I know that he has to build up a push right now. Okay, it looks like a fireball log is needed to take his tower right now, so I'm probably just gonna try and full defend this one push. Or he's not gonna commit to a push. That's fine by me. He has to break through this expo somehow, and he has no big spell, so the expo is just gonna sit there and kill all of his stuff. There's nothing he can really do to win this game. I'll get a log off here. I'm actually gonna Tesla to instantly pop the Skelly Barrel so he can't clone anything. Okay, now that's game over. I'm gonna Skellies to distract this giant Skelly since he wasted his log, and that's the game. He actually never played his clone, but I'm 99.999% sure he was playing clone. That looked like the most basic archetypal clone deck. Yeah, he was playing clone. He just never got a good opportunity to use it because I killed all his stuff. I'm sure he would have cloned that Skelly Barrel if I didn't instantly pop it with the Tesla earlier, but So that's, I think, the third game that we won in a row. So, nice thing about Expo is that it has a lot of really good starting plays. Split Skellies is a very safe play. Split Archer is an extremely safe play. You can log, you can E-Spirit. It's unfortunate that he got a fireball off of my tower there, but that's just because I had a bad starting hand. There's nothing I could have done about that. He's garbage because you should not be playing a Golden Knight the River into an Archer's Knight. So I'm going to go for an offensive Expo here with my counter-pushing Archer. And then I'll only Skellies for this God Barrel instead of logging because I want to save my elixir for offense right now because I'm expecting to get a lot of damage on his tower right here. I'll E-Spirit so that it distracts, the cannon distracts onto the Skellies, and then I'll Knight afterwards. So, playing a Building the River into an Expo is a very dangerous play because you're gambling that the building is going to lock onto the Expo. If it doesn't lock onto the Expo, you just wasted all your elixir and you lost your building, so it's just game over. So him playing his cannon like that, I was kind of expecting a cannon, that's why I was so fast on the E-Spirit placement, but people tend to play their Buildings of the River much too often against Expo. It is okay sometimes, but not nearly as often as people do it. I'm hoping that he's giving up. I'm really hoping he's giving up. I'm pretty sure he's leaking elixir now, so I'm just gonna play an Expo here. And hope that he's leaking elixir. Yeah, he's leaking. Okay, good. So, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next game. We kind of trashed this guy. Alright, and that's 4 for 4. So, we'll play one more, and then I'll see about switching over to that no-skill deck so I can show you how to win easily, as opposed to, like, you know, the thinking that I'm doing right now. Duchess, you don't love to see Duchess, but Expo is good in pretty much all stages of the game. It's got solid early game defense, it's got solid mid game pressure, and it's got good late game with spell cycle and hard to break through defense. That's a very annoying firecracker, but there's not exactly all that much I can do about it. I can get my king tower up though, which is very nice for me. Duchess likes to spam a lot. Well, Duchess decks like to spam a lot, so having my king tower up bodes well for the late game. Expo likes to go same lane, so I'll log this side. Most of my decks that I play or that I show you tend to like to go opposite lane, but Expo particularly likes to go same lane. This is some mid-ladder nonsense because you never see Baby Dragon Firecracker together. Also, he played it behind his King Tower, which you're not supposed to do. You always play Baby Dragons, dragons of any kind, really, in the back corners here and here. Nice. I'm going to set up a Tesla right here. If he doesn't kill this Tesla, then it's going to give me a counter push. Well, it's going to kind of give me a counter push. It's going to give me a setup for my Expo. He does kill it with the Dark God, though, so I'll let it go. Okay. I actually forgot that he was playing, Hog. That's my bad. And he only gets one hit without a building just because evil archers are that good. It's unfortunate he has arrows, actually. So he's got Hog, Firecracker, Dart Gob, Lumberjack, Arrows, Hog, Fireball. Very odd deck by him. I'm expecting a Mega Knight, so I'm not going to go for a lone Expo here. I want to see what his last card is first. Now I'll go for a lone Expo. He just handed me 3 elixir. Even if he does go for a Mega Knight the River or something like that, I'm going to have enough to get a Knight down. Really? Was that low? Okay. I don't know why he tried to build like some big coordinated thing before going after my stuff. He should have just gone immediately. I just realized I wasted my Tesla again for his Hog. So that wasn't exactly all that smart by me, but it's working out fine. I'm just going to E-Spirit the River here because I need to cycle to my Tesla, and I'd rather have my Skellies in hand than my E-Spirit. I'll Tesla because he's definitely going to hog with this, and then I'll play a terrible Skellies. I'll log this. I'm going to use my Knight to pull it. Oh, okay, the Lumberjack died. I was kind of expecting the Lumberjack would kill my Tesla and walk towards my tower, so I played a high Knight just in case. I still don't know what his last card is. Interesting. Well, I'll play a Fireball here. And then high Tesla again. That Oh, that just barely didn't walk out of range because of the rage. I thought the rage was going to make the hog walk too fast and get out of range of my stuff, but it didn't. Oh, he's playing log as the last card, so he's playing triple spell hog with double tank and triple ranger. Okay. That dies. I'm going to go for another xbow. This is probably going to finish off his tower here. He doesn't really have much for this. I'm going to Tesla like this so it doesn't get hit by the rage. That firecracker will die. You really don't like to have a ranger getting hit by an xbow, because xbow doesn't do that much damage, so in order to keep it from getting value, you need to have it on a tank. But when it's on something that actually does get hurt by the xbow, then it's really bad value for them. So anyway, yeah, that was the curb stomping. I'm still playing only mid-ladder menaces, so I'm gonna continue with xbow until I see some real player decks. Top 368. Okay, so now we've got something a little bit more interesting here. So I guess I should have swapped over to that no-skill deck, but we'll see. I'll start the game with a log. I'm playing a lot more carefully now. I want to make sure that I'm not getting caught with bad cycle or something like that, or playing something when I shouldn't. Skelly's only, could be Icebow. Skelly's Bowler, no idea. I'm going to X-Bow here because Bowler is a very good counter to X-Bow, so I've got pretty much a free license to go in right now. He's ignoring it, so he's probably going to try and tower trade me here. Skelly's Bowler actually reminds me of E-Giant, so we'll see how this goes. I guess I'll let that go, because I don't want to be down too much elixir. All Tesla Knight and then Skelly's this side, archers if he plays something for the Skellies. Okay, that's a solid defense. I don't know what he's playing, actually. He's got Skelly King Bowler, Freeze, Eye Drag. Is that all? Skelly King Bowler, Freeze, Eye Drag. Well, anyway, he lost most of his tower there because he went for a stupid aggressive bowler. You can't play something 5 elixir to the back for no reason. You pretty much, in my opinion, the safest starting play is anything 3 elixir and below. And he played something... Oh, is he playing Graveyard Freeze? Anyway, I'm going to go for a defensive expo here. I'm taking absolutely 0 chances with this guy because he could be playing a real deck and I don't know yet. All E-Spirit like this and then Tesla High. I was kind of hoping that E-Spirit would chain on the Witch Skellies, but I guess that's fine. I keep my Expo alive right now so he can't go in again. I'm playing in such a way that it discourages him from going in as much as humanly possible. I'm actually going to cycle my Skellies so I can get around to my Archers as soon as possible, because I don't want to play both my Evo Archers in the same lane, just in case he's playing, something like, what is it? Arrows. I'm actually going to Expo the other lane with this. I don't really mind taking the one Skelly King hit, because I'm getting a very nice offense here. Yeah, he had Tornado in that Archer, or else his Bowler would have full died, and he's taking a bajillion damage in the other lane anyway. So, the reason why I went for an immediate opposite lane push there is just because I know that, yeah, oh, that didn't, okay. I was really hoping that that would have, gone to the Skelly Drag, the Eye Drag, instead of the, Skelly King, but that's my fault. I guess I'll go for another Expo here, because I just want to make sure that he's not supporting that Witch too much. He's going to bowler this 100%. There it is. It was smart of him to wait for my Knight before playing his stuff. I'll Fireball this. I believe that will full counter. Is he playing a real deck? He is playing a real deck. Okay. I'll play a late E-Spirit and then a late Log afterwards, and that should mostly counter the graveyard. One single Skelly gets through. That's fine by me. So, I've got my Evo Archers again, so this is a very impactful cycle for me right now. I'm going to split my Evo Archers and get ready for a offensive push here. Probably going to go for an Expo Tesla, especially because he just wasted his Witch. He can't do a bowler lineup off the Tesla, so this is going to be very painful for him. He's probably going to try and pull in my stuff, so I'm actually going to pre-Fireball this, believe it or not. Yeah. Very bad cycle for him. And my Evo Archer full kills his Witch too, which is kind of crazy. He could freeze this, or he could just lose. That's fine by me too. So, yeah. That is easy game, actually. I'm kind of glad I wasn't playing the other no-skill deck right there, because... Where is it? Oh, it was in Clan Chat. So this thing doesn't have all that much against Evo iDrag, and I kind of just sense that a lot of people are going to be playing Evo iDrag in this tournament since it's new. It is, like, a very strong, no-skill, easy deck. But, you know, I worry. Cannoneer, Cannon Cart, probably Mortar. He just wasted his Cannon Cart, though. That's a heavy commitment. I wish I hadn't logged... Oh, okay. I don't know what that is, but I guess I'm okay with this. That Dark Prince will die, and... Okay, he's playing mid-laner nonsense. I'll go for Skelly's Spirit on this. The Spirit will tank 1 hit while the Skellies do damage, and then that's a 2 elixir counter to his cannon. So he's got double mini tank and cannon cart, so I'm pretty much never getting through with my X-bow in this matchup, unless he lets my Evo Archers get too much value. So I'll probably start getting around to my Evo Archers. I want to see if he has arrows. So since I want to see if he has arrows, I'll play both my Archers in the same lane. Tesla. I'll protect this Tesla too, just to make sure that it stays alive. Yeah, okay, he's got arrows, so I'm going to have to split my Evo Archers and try and build something off of that. Cannon cart, arrows, Skelly barrel, double mini tank. Hunter. Odd. I'm going to go for defensive bow here. It'll kill the Hunter and whatever else he plays, really. He can't afford to protect that Hunter because it's just going to die. So, I honestly think that people need to use defensive X-bow more often because, well, I mean, it's really lame, but it works. All Archers high. I'm probably going to have to eat some Skelly barrel damage there. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Death damage. So, Skellies, Skelly barrel, Hunter, arrows, double mini tank, cannon card. That's 7 of his 8 cards. I'm going to Tesla here because I'm trying to get around to my Evos. I don't really want to go for an X-bow into such a hard counter without my Evos. It's honestly looking like my best option for this game is just going to be Spell Cycle. I'll Skellies like this and Fireball everything. Oh, I was hoping that would hit the Skelly barrel. That's fine, I guess. That's a very aggressive cycle by him, so it's looking pretty good for me. I'm going to split my Archers right now, and I've got both my Evos in hand. Okay. I kind of have to follow his Evos on this cycle because Evo Hunter is so good. I will go for an X-bow here, though, because that was very aggressive by him. Evo Valk is very unfortunate to see, and he's got his cannon cart on my X-bow. So that X-bow is dead now. You can never let a cannon cart lock onto your X-bow, and he knows the correct placement for it, too. Very unfortunate. I'll split my Archers again. E-Spirit. I want to see what his last card is. That's the thing that concerns me the most. I'll go for a log on this. Knight. Fireball the Skelly barrel because it'll die, and then all I have to do is E-Spirit it. E-Spirit low, log. Knight to the side. He just wasted his arrow, so I can Evo Archers here. NATO is his last card. Interesting. So he's playing no win condition. That means that as long as I just Fireball cycle him, he's dead. So I'm gonna do that. It's really toxic, I know, but I don't actually know how to play X-bow, so I'm going to do the easy thing and just go with the game plan that I do understand. By the way, I play Minor Poison. That's why Fireball cycle is the game plan that I do understand. I will keep splitting my Archers just because I don't want him to get value hitting both of them with an arrows. So he's got arrows NATO. Okay. I'll take this. And now that we're in double time, I can Fireball whatever I want every time he gives me value. Yeah, I'm sure he's fuming after that Fireball, but there's really nothing he can do about it. I'll take this Fireball. That's a very good value Fireball. I don't really care about not getting the Fireball on tower, because as long as I'm up, I'm winning. If you play an Evo Tesla directly on a Skelly barrel like this, it will full counter. I'm also going to wait and then X-bow here, because that was a very aggressive arrows. Yep, okay. Fireball this. I'm really hoping that will hit the Valk. It does. Okay, very good. And then I can get a second Tesla down, which is why I played my Teslas like that. And I believe that's on tower. Yep, okay. So, that's game. I played passive, just Fireball cycling, and then he went over-aggressive. That's the thing with X-bow, because you can sit back and spell cycle, but they can't go over-aggressive either, because if they do go over-aggressive, then you take their tower anyway. So, well, yeah, it's really, really, really toxic, but it works. And it's really good, too, so, yeah. Well, that's another game. Waiting for tiebreaker, talking, you know, words. I'm saying words because it's entertaining, or something. I probably should have cut that out, but I kept talking anyway, and now it's gonna look weird if I do cut it out. So we're in the next game. Grand Challenge winner, so this guy's probably pretty solid, We'll see about that, though, because we also beat a top 400 a second ago. Or was it top 600? I don't remember. I'm going to activate King Tower? Yeah, okay. Cycle of some kind. Hog cycle. I like Tesla-ing like that because it's out of lightning and EQ range, and it's better set up for an xbow. You could play it on this tile too, but I'll take that fireball. I don't really need to try and get my King Tower activated right now, because I can get it activated later in the game. Knight. He must be playing EQ to play a knight like that, but I will test him, just to see what he's playing. Skellies, because he has the building. Whew. Yeah, okay. So this is a very bad situation for him, but he is playing Earthquake, which is very unfortunate. So it looks like I'm going to have to get a Fireball cycle off this game, which is going to be very difficult. He did just EQ, though, so he's got nothing for my... Wait, where did I get that? Oh, right, a Fireball. So, I was going to say, where did I get that 300 damage on his tower, but that was just a Fireball and an Ice E-Spirit. I'm betting he's regretting activating his King Tower now, because the King Tower doesn't help him at all, and he took 100 damage that he didn't need to. Looks like I'm down Elixir, but he can't do anything about it because he doesn't have his EQ in cycle. And that's a nice defense. So I got my King Tower up, I have solid counter push too. I'll probably expo this lane to split up his Earthquakes, because he just wasted his Knight and his Hog, and his Tesla. He might be back to his Knight, actually. Yeah, he is. Okay. So, I don't really care what else he plays on that. He has to play something else on that. Okay. He has to play something else on that, too. Solid for me, because, oh, actually, that's not very solid for me, because he got that Evo Firecracker chip. That was a lot of chip. 400 damage off of a single splash. Alright, so, the way I'm going to win this game is trying to get him to... Basically, I'm just going to be extremely annoying with my Evo Archers, and then force him to overcommit on them. That's a smart Tesla by him, but it's not going to work because I still have an Archer down. I'll E-Spirit this, because I can't afford to ever let him get a Firecracker lineup. Well then, that's despicable. I guess I have to block with something stronger than an E-Spirit. I'm going to take this Fireball again. He knows to snipe the river with Teslas, so I'm going to Tesla like this. Yep. Since my Tesla got down first, it'll win the interaction. Expo here. He has nothing good for this Expo, and I have my Evo Archer in cycle, so this is a very bad situation for him right now. Yes, very bad. He's cycling around to another Earthquake, so I'm going to start cycling around to another Expo. Skellies. If he's smart, he'll pre-Tesla. But he's not, so he won't. The only way that he's going to come back in this game is by getting a pre-Tesla down. I'll log this. Okay, I guess I have to take that Fireball. I can't allow this to stay alive for any longer. Ah, I see. I am equally as bad as he is. But anyway, he wasted his Earthquake there, so he's not getting any damage on this cycle, except for the Evo Firecracker. I forgot about that. I should have played my Tesla one tile closer to the middle. But this should be completely unlosable for me. As long as I just continuously Fireball cycle him, there's no way he can come back from this. I'll play a High Knight so he can't do anything funny. I'll take this Fireball. Hi, Tesla. That Tesla will snipe his Firecracker, and then I can Skellies push this Hog. Okay, all Archers like this, that'll make sure that his Hog doesn't go anywhere. Evo Archers are overpowered. He has to overspend on them. That's the reason why he took damage earlier, by the way. Since we're in triple time, I can't actually go for an Expo, or at least he will hit triple time. It will hit triple time before I go for an Expo, so I can't even punish his Expos anymore. It just won't work. I have to go for a Knight Tesla here. If I don't Knight first, then his Tesla will kill my Tesla. And then the Archers will finish off the Hog. Remember, I said in the last game, Archers have overpowered DPS, so as long as the Archers are locked on, there's nothing you can do about it. I'm going to go for a Knight Tesla again. As long as I just have the river control like this, then it's perfectly fine. I'm going to log this Firecracker off the map since she's taken a little bit of damage. You notice here that I'm straight up fireballing his tower. I'm losing 4 elixir every cycle and it's still working. Oops. That's my fault. His Evo Ice Spirit gets him absolutely no value in this matchup, but both of my Evos get me value in this matchup, which is part of why this game is going so poorly for him. I'll play Skelly's Tesla to make sure that my Tesla wins the battle again. There's a lot of bridge battling that goes on with Expo, of course, since it's, you know, a lot of at the river. I'll play a log Ice E-Spirit to make sure that this Hog doesn't go anywhere. I did have to Expo that since he won the bridge battle, but all that would have done was give him a mild positive trade, and, well, it was already game over for him. So, looks like we're starting to play against some real players now, so I'll try a couple games with the easy deck. The funny thing is that I actually have to use clan chat for deck storage now because I have too many decks in my original thing anyway. So, that's 8 out of 15. There's 7 more games. Ooh, I do not like having 3 spells in my starting hand. Alright. So, pretty much... Oh, I forgot to play Chef. Okay. Well, anyway, the way that this deck works is basically just having 3 tanks that are disproportionately tanky for their elixir and then just slapping them together and hoping that it works. And the thing is that most of the time it does. I also Mega Minion with this. Just to make sure that Golden Knight gets off the map. If I wait for the Golden Knight, if I wait for my machine to die first, then things won't go so well for me. I'll God Giant the back here because his stuff is all dead. Yeah, okay. That's very nice for me. Oh, actually, he's playing P.E.K.K.A. Okay. How am I going to deal with this? I think I'm going to Bomber behind so it can deal some damage to the P.E.K.K.A, and then I can Peck on defense. You going to Peck on my... No, you're not. Okay. I'm going to Arrow Zap this Mother Witch to get it off the map. It'll keep my God Giant alive for a little while longer, and it won't give him any offensive pigs. I don't want to have those 3 pigs coming to offense here. I do have to ignore that. Okay, I don't have to ignore that. What he should have done was he should have just left it all alone. Curse is actually like an inverse rage here, so this will help me quite a bit on defense. You notice there, even though he had considerably more units on the map, just because I had a curse, that curse actually, the damage amplification of the curse ended up making it so that I survived that defense. I do have very awkward hands with this deck because, you know, it's a very awkward deck, but it works out pretty nicely. I do have to Mega Minion this, which is unfortunate, but I'm taking damage basically in return for having an overpowered deck, but when it's my cycle, it's going to be very painful for him. And he has to take a bunch of damage now because he went over-aggressive with that Golden Knight. Alright. I'm actually going to ignore this Ewiz. Yes, I am going to ignore this Ewiz. I should not have P.E.K.Ka'd that side. I meant to P.E.K.K.A the other lane. I was, like, leaning to the side a little bit, so it didn't work all that well for me. He thinks it's funny that I'm, ignoring his Ewiz, but I really just don't have the cards for it, honestly. Like, if you look at my hand, there's nothing there I could really reasonably play. I will Zap this. I'll Curse this, too, just to make sure that his P.E.K.K.A takes a bunch of damage. I might actually lose my tower here, which would be very unfortunate. So, I might actually lose this game, despite all of that good start that I had earlier because of the, you know, overpowered deck mechanics. If I was playing same lane, his tower would be down right now. Yeah, I knew he was gonna bandit, but I didn't have the elixir for it. Alright, so I'm down quite a bit of damage right now, but I do have God Giant on his King Tower. He has to do something about that. I wonder if Curse Arrows kills a Mother Witch. I bet it does. Yeah, it does. Neat. Okay. So, I'm gonna go for defensive P.E.K.K.A. I'll P.E.K.K.A like this so it doesn't get pulled by those pigs on the left there. That's very mid, because he's got a Evo Ram, and Evo Ram is a menace. And it's going around. Okay, that sucks. First game I play with the overpowered deck, it doesn't work. Yeah, I guess I just kind of played bad there. If I had played same lane, then his tower would have been down, so I would have been able to take his full tower in the next push, instead of having to commit a mini thing for it. Maybe this deck isn't all that easy. I might go back to xbow, actually. Oh, right, I forgot Chef! That's probably why I lost last game. Alright. 7 Elixir first play is a wild play, especially because he's playing right into a P.E.K.K.A. So this is already looking like a terrible game for him, especially because he's playing Duchess, so he's not going to have all that much to kill my counter-pushing P.E.K.K.A. Alright, so he took a -7 and then a -1, so he is currently down 8 Elixir. And I'm going to go all in and he's going to die. I do not love to see Xe. Of all of the things that could defend such a monstrous push as this one, it would be Xe. So I don't think that he might actually keep his tower here, but it's still going to hurt quite a bit. Alright, fine. I should have gone for opposite lane, but I had no idea he was playing Xe. No, okay. I can also take the Curse and the Zap here. The curse damage amplification will make, once again, it's an inverse rage, so every time I play it, the stuff in it is taking more damage. It's not quite as strong as a rage, but of course you get those gobs out of it too. So, I pretty much just have to never play my P.E.K.K.A. until he plays his Mega Knight, and since I can't play my P.E.K.K.A. until he plays his Mega Knight, it's literally spell cycle until his tower's gone. Mini P.E.K.K.A. I don't like Mini P.E.K.K.A. because I don't have any direct responses to that in my deck. I got some Mega Minion Bomber. Okay. That works out well enough. And then I'll God Machine for this because I don't want my Bomber to die. I think he's gonna Valk the Machine. He's probably gonna Valk the Machine. He could Mega Knight, but that'd be stupid. Yeah, he's definitely gonna Valk. So if you look at my hand right now, it's not looking all that good. So I guess I'll Gob Giant, pull this back, and then P.E.K.K.A. his Mega Knight after he uses Mega Knight to counter my Gob Giant. Yeah, okay. That's enough. I took a couple hundred damage off his tower with those 2 Spear God chips, which is pretty nice. I pretty much just had to waste my Evo God Giant, but it's fine. I have no idea what he thinks he's doing with that Ram Rider. That still gets a hit. That's gross. I'm going to ignore this XE opposite lane. I'm going to P.E.K.K.A. the river opposite lane because he doesn't have any swarms. So, oh no, he does have. He has his guards. I totally forgot about that. That's my fault. He's probably going to guards this lane, so I'm going to hover a curse, and then I'm going to go curse arrows on his guards. Yep, there it is. Curse damage amplification makes it so that the arrows should one-tap guards. I didn't actually know that for certain, but I was guessing because, you know, I've played for a long time. I can kind of guess how cards will work just based on my previous knowledge. I'll pull the Mega Knight backwards so I can zap the Ram, and the Ram will get targeted by the tower and the Bomber. So, yeah, I guess maybe I should actually recommend that you guys play xbow instead of P.E.K.K.A. because xbow was considerably easier. I didn't have to... I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'm going to try putting on Chef and see if it becomes easier magically, but I might actually switch back to xbow when we hit 10 wins. So, this guy's probably good. He just has a sweaty-sounding name. I'll leak until I have a pancake on my Chef here because that's how Chef plays. So I'll see you guys once I have a pancake. Oh, you played Princess the River. Great. I will get my pancake off on that Knight. So he's down 1 elixir. Down 2 elixir. So, it's looking like he's playing... What's he playing? Inferno Tower. So... I'm going to have a bad time in this matchup because I've only got Zap for that. I decided to Gob Giant the back. I don't want to waste too much of my possible Inferno Tower counters just because, you know... Oh, he doesn't have Inferno Tower. Good. Very good. I'm going to get a Curse and a Zap off on this. I was actually I probably should have hit that Ice Spirit. That's my fault. I'm going to save my arrows because in the next cycle I'm going to wish I had my arrows for his Gob Barrel. Or he can already be back to it. That's fine. He's probably going to Princess the River here. If he does, I'm actually going to Gob Giant into it. Or maybe I'll P.E.K.K.A. into it since he just used his gang. Tough choice. I'll P.E.K.K.A. the back because I want to get to my Evo P.E.K.K.A. Oh, he's Princessing the back. Interesting. What I'm probably gonna have to do for this matchup is arrows the princess and then eat a little bit of tower damage on each goblin barrel and use that for counter push. He isn't protecting it, which is a bad play. He should have not let me bomber this, so that's a positive trade for me. I'm just gonna not commit to this push at all whatsoever. I will curse at this though. That helps me out quite a bit on offense. So he has to play a log for that, and then he also has to play a knight. And the knight will get 2-shot by my P.E.K.K.A. I'm going to arrows this. I'm not used to high-level interactions. The princess would have walked forwards there if it was a regular level P.E.K.K.A. Anyway, it's time to set up the big push. Okay. I'm going to bomber this just to make sure that I don't take infinite damage from the princess, but outside of that, that's all of the defense he's getting out of me. So yeah, this is the monster push. You just have 3 ginormous tanks down on the field, and you just watch it work, really. I'm going to curse arrows this. That cannon is going to be practically dead already because of the damage amplification. The rocket will not save him here. That P.E.K.K.A. is healing off of that gang, so the gang is not helping him at all, and the P.E.K.K.A. will 2-tap the knight since it's over-leveled. I mean, in some senses, I am well-versed in over-leveled interactions, but in other senses, I am not. Anyway, this is how you can see the deck is so good, because I didn't really have to outplay him at all. I just put 3 cards next to each other, and then played 3 spells, and then his defense crumbled. He didn't even make any, like, major mistakes. So, I'll play a couple more with this deck to see if it gets easier as I get better players, because this deck is designed to counter good players instead of bad ones. I guess I'll Bomber first, and then Zap once they hit 10, because I don't like having 3 spells in my hand. Arrows. I could Curse Zap that if I really wanted to, but I don't really want to. It's too much of a commitment. Pig's Firecracker. That's not a great matchup for this deck, because I pretty much got a Bomber Curse that every time, and that's a very awkward play. He's smart to be ignoring my Bomber, because he knows that he went very aggressive with those pigs right now, so that was a -5 for him. Of course he got half my tower for it, but -5 is a... I thought he was playing classic Firecracker Pigs, but no, he's playing Monk for some reason. Anyway, as a Monk player, you hate to see P.E.K.K.A, because P.E.K.K.A shreds through a Monk's HP. Flying Machine? What is this? Anyway, that's going to be an overleveled P.E.K.K.A right now, which is going to be very nice for me. I think that actually might one-tap the entire rest of the Monk's HP. I'm going to God Giant in front, because I want the God Giant to be tanking for the P.E.K.K.A. The P.E.K.K.A can be my DPS, and the God Giant can be my tank. I'm going to wait for 5 Elixir so I can get a nice Curse Rage off. And Curse Arrows off to kill that Mother Witch, and everything is dead, because damage amplification. I do have to Bomber this side just so I don't take a bajillion damage, since my tower does pretty much no damage. I will Zap this actually just to get extra damage on this tower. I want to be on the tower for as long as possible with that P.E.K.K.A. It's unfortunate that I don't have my Bomber and cycle for his next pigs, but, you can see there I took most of his tower in return for those pigs that he played. I'll probably... Oh, I really want to activate my King Tower here, but he's going to Protect, and when he protects, I can't, activate. I'll play a God Machine like this, and then that should missile the Firecracker. Okay. So I took a whole lot of damage for that, but, it should work out well again, because he has to play something to counter that, and whatever he plays, he's giving me P.E.K.K.A value. Unless he plays Recruits, but I don't think he's back to his Recruits yet. Technically, I am down damage, actually, if you look at both of my towers. And this is looking like a 2-tower game, anyway. I believe that Flying Machine actually dies, so, in order to keep me from getting value, he gave me more value. Anyway, God Giant is looking like a very terrifying push for him. Even if he does get a solid Monk ability off, I'm going to immediately Arrows this, because he's probably not expecting it, because, yeah. Monk takes a long time to activate, so I was expecting that he would not be expecting I was expecting he wouldn't expect it, so I played it. I'll get the arrows off in this Mother Witch to make sure it goes down, because I got the curse damage too, so I knew that it would go down. Unfortunately, I don't get any damage there. He's probably going to Pigs this lane. If he does Pigs that lane, I'm probably just going to allow my tower to go down. Okay, there it is. So, now we're going all in, because I need to make sure that I get some compensation in return for the way that he played those pigs. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to take his tower straight up here, and there it is. Okay. So, the thing with the spam deck versus the Expo deck is that the Expo deck requires more of a cycle style of thinking, and this deck requires more of a spam type of thinking, but neither of them are really brainless, so I guess I don't really have a truly no-skill deck that you guys can use to get to 15 wins with. Personally, I'm better at Expo than at Spam, so I'm just going to continue playing the Expo for the rest of this challenge. For my wins. Mega Knight? I would love it if this guy was a mid-ladder player. That'd be a free win. I'm going to cycle my Archers before I cycle my E-Spirit. Okay. E-Spirit. Skelly's side. That'll full counter the guards. That's 2 for 3, so I'm still down 2 because I played those Archers, but it's a 2 Elixir Archers instead of a 3 Elixir Archers. Guards the river, Mega Knight the back, tells me this guy's garbage, so I'm probably going to win this game. He let that one Archer go. So that's like, okay. Oh, okay. Unfortunate. But, it is all working out. You see, the way that this deck works is that everything does everything, so it's really hard for me to get caught in a bad cycle. Guards, Minor Mega Knight, Gob Barrel. Alright, is that gonna hit? Oh, it doesn't. Okay. I have to Archer this. That was a slow Archers, partially from lag and partially from me. We'll see if he ignores those Archers. If he does, then I'm gonna go Okay, I'm gonna go with an Expo here because I can just E-Spirit that. Oh, he had Elixir for that? That's crazy. Okay. Well, I guess Skelly's behind in the night where the Expo dies. Is that full die? It does full die. It does not full die. Well, my towers are evened out at least. So I guess I should be less aggressive with my Expos. I have no experience with either of the decks that I played in this video, if you couldn't tell. I can't log that because of God Barrel. It's got a very awkward deck. Log bait without log bait, minor bait without minor bait. I've outcycled his Mega Knight here, so I'll go for an Expo, especially because I've got my Evil Archers down. Okay, very nice. I'll log this. I want to make sure that my Expo stays alive here. It's good for me to overcommit on an Expo because I can just fireball his next God Barrel anyway, so it's worth it for me to take a -1 later in order to make sure I take his tower. It looks like he gave up. There's no way he'd say good game and then just not give up for no reason, so I will go for a Knight Expo here. I'm not going to play everything immediately, just in case he like goes for a random Mega Knight. So I'm going to like keep like maybe 5 Elixir in my bar at all times, but it's looking like this is going to be game, so I'll see you guys in the next one. So, so remember, I'm in no position to be giving advice on how to play Expo. I'm kind of just playing instinctually, and it's working because I've got a lot of experience playing the game. But, one thing that I can give you a tip on is try to defend with your 1 Elixir cards as much as possible. Because just speeding up your cycle will get you to those Evil Archers more and more. You see, my next card here is already Archers. So I played Archers first, and in the first, like, 15 seconds, I'm already back to my next Archers. I'll actually Knight this. I don't want to take that Spear Gob hit. It looks like he's playing a chip deck. He's playing classic Mega Knight Zap Bait. So he's got no big spell, and I can set up Teslas whenever I want. Though it is going to be quite hard to break through on offense, because Gobs are quite annoying to get through with an Expo. He's tanking a Knight hit for no reason. I'll go for an Archers here. That does tank the Minor, which is quite nice for me. And then I'll get Skellies off to take as little Minor chip as possible. He's got Expo, so there's no reason for me to go for a Mega Knight for a while. I'm just going to keep up with the log cycle. Okay. Oh, actually, I should have fireballed that. That's my fault. I'm going to Tesla high so I don't have to take this death damage. If I had fireballed that, it would have been a positive trade for me, and I wouldn't have had to. I would have taken 0 damage, but here I had a -1 trade because I didn't defend perfectly. I'll Knight this. He can Expo the river if he wants to, but it's not going to work for him. Okay. I'm going to split Archers early because I want to make sure that they're fully split before they're working on defense. I know he's got Zap, so I'm going to hover my E-Spirit for the just in case. No? Okay. So he has to be extremely passive right now because I've got the overpowered cards on the map, and if he isn't passive when I have the overpowered cards on the map, he's going to die. So you can see here he's being actually too passive. He should not have minored the back like that. Since he minored the back, I can straight up take a fireball on his tower here. And I've got Evo Tesla in cycle, so this is going nowhere. It's going very nowhere. I will Skellies this since he played those bats. But, yeah, he was super aggressive there to try and punish my fireball, but the reason I fireballed is because I knew I was up Elixir. So right now, I'm not really using my Expo as my win condition, I'm using my Archers as my win condition. All I have to do is just play my Archers, and I will be up Elixir, and then I can just take a fireball. So he finally committed his Mega Knight. He knows that I'm not Expoing because I know that he has his Mega Knight. And this could be a problem. I'm going to take this fireball immediately to get this Skelly Barrel off the map. Skelly's high, E-Spirit. He doesn't have anything good for my Archers. That iDrag has been getting him no value this whole time because it just wasn't hitting anything. Oh, he's playing Snowball instead of Zap, which is quite interesting. Well, I'll play a Tesla like this just to start setting up for an Expo. We're in double time now, so I can start playing much more aggressive. Yeah, that's very bad timing for him. He's not going to have as much Elixir to defend this now. I'm going to Skellies like this in the hopes that I pull it to the side. Yep, very good. And then, yeah, he knows that he has to kill those Evo Archers, but they didn't die, and that's game. There's absolutely nothing he can do now. If he was playing regular Mega Knight Zap Bait, he would have Zap for my Expo, but yeah. You can see there that all I did was just abuse my Evo Archers, and then I got the win. You see, I play Minor Control a lot, and I don't have any overpowered cards in my deck, so I have a lot of experience looking at people playing their overpowered cards and going, you played that incorrectly, you should have done this. So now that I'm playing in a tourney standard mode where I can use whatever I want, I can play all of those plays that I know would be better. Spirit Breakers, okay. There aren't very many Spirit Breakers deck, actually. I think that this guy might be playing Ultra Fast Cycle. If he is playing Ultra Fast Cycle, then he has absolutely nothing for defensive Expo. I've played 1.9 Minor Cycle before. In fact, that's the deck that I used to hit 9,000 on my main account. I just like 1.9 Minor Cycle. But the thing with 1.9 Minor Cycle is that you have no big spell, and sometimes not even a small spell. So, and no tanks. So what's he going to do about this Expo? He can't tank my Expo, so he can't set up a push. And if he can't set up a push, there is grand total of squat he can do about this. I'm going to log this just to get it off the map immediately. You can see here, he's just cycling his elixir into my Expo, so I got a lot of value out of that Expo. It might be kind of difficult to see, considering how, like, the value that I got was spread across a bunch of cards, but it was a lot of value. Oh, I missed my Skelly's timing. That's not my fault. That's my fault. I'm gonna take some damage from this Boss Bandit. I don't actually know why. Maybe Boss Bandit OP, maybe I just played wrong. I think I was supposed to, what was I supposed to do? I was supposed to Knight and then Archers immediately, and then use an E-Spirit to tank afterwards. I think I used the E-Spirit first, which was wrong. Alright, so I lost half my towers. That's my fault. I will play better next time. We're about to hit double time, though, and once we hit double time, it's going to be absolutely unwinnable for him. So this is probably the extent of the damage he's going to get for this entire game. If he's smart, what he'll start doing is log cycling, because he really can never get anywhere anymore. I'll log this, Skelly Split. I don't want those Spear Gobs getting any chips on my Expo. Now that is too aggressive. Okay. Archer's E-Spirit. Get the log off here. I took some damage off that, which is kind of annoying, but it's fine. I'm gonna play a low Expo this time, so he can't snipe it with my he can't snipe it with his Dart Gob. So after I get this next cycle ready, he logged that too early. But after I get that next cycle ready, I'm going to go for my first offensive Expo of the game. I know that now that it's double time, he's forced to play into my Expo. There's no way for him to like play around it or like play something slow roll the back. He has to play into it. Oh, come on. Okay, I played my Expo on the wrong tile. Alright, this is fine. He wasted an elixir there on his dash, which is pretty nice. I'll Knight for this bush, and then I will go for another Expo. I don't know what that Dark Gob is. Expo. What he should do is he should Boss Bandit opposite lane, but he's not. So I'll go for a this. He has no way to kill these Evo Archers, so those are going to be a menace for him on offense. And that's pretty much game, because he just doesn't have the tanks anymore. I mean, he can... Well, that's actually not very game, because he has a log, and that log will stop my Expo from finishing off his tower. He's probably going to spam me opposite lane right now. He's waiting for my Expo, which is why I'm waiting for 10, just to make sure that I have enough elixir. Okay. I'll log Skelly's this, just to make sure that, you know, I don't take any extra damage that I don't need to. That doesn't retarget? I swear that Boss Man is supposed to retarget. I might actually lose this game because I took so much damage in the beginning. Alright. I have to Knight this bush because there's nothing else in my cycle to deal with it. I'm going to start fireballing his tower. I need to get some extra damage somewhere. Spirit Skellies. Okay. One breaker is enough. I can stand taking one breaker. I have to Expo with this. I can't just let him continuously offend all game long. Those breakers. I'm actually gonna lose this game, dang. Okay. Yeah. Off of the beginning cycle. I should have just fireballed cycled. Zam. Okay. I've never played Expo against 1.8 before, so I guess I know how to now. I played 1.8 against Expo, so I figured that the right play was Expo, but I didn't know. No, it was the Boss Bandit. Okay. Archers. Apparently archers don't counter breakers. I guess. If you insist. I'm going to Spirit Low to get my King Tower out. Skelly's high, and then I'm going to miss the King Tower activation. He can't dash out here because the dash will just walk. He's too close to my Knight. Yep, there it is. Or she can just stop and dash anyway. Regardless, he wasted his entire tank and all of his elixir there, so I'm going to go for an xbow, and I don't believe he has enough elixir for a Mega Knight. Also, I'm like 99% sure he's playing a Mega Knight. And that's going to be a whole lot of damage on his tower. I will E-Spirit this to take like less gang damage. That one lock on, or two can lock on at the same time if they want, and then I'll Skelly's that. So I'm up 300 damage because he was so aggressive to start the game with. He's got Breakers, Guards, Boss Bandit, Firecracker. I had to be extremely careful of the Boss Bandit. I guess she's still overpowered. That's, I guess, my fault for not being more careful of her. Alright. So, all archers. Recruits. Interesting. I don't know how to play against recruits with xbow, so I'm just going to set up a defensive xbow and pray that it works. I'm hoping that it's going to give me some log value in one of the lanes. All Knight. If he plays his ability, then I have to log. Then I have to E-Spirit. Skellies will also work. I'll E-Spirit like this to try and get my King Tower activated. That's very good. King Tower activation against recruits is instrumental, so he's going to have a very bad time now. I probably could have done that with much lower effort against a Firecracker or something, but anyway, that's looking very nice for me. I'm going to save these Evo Archers for his next Evo Recruits push. I'm actually going to Expo this. I don't have any good counters in hand. I don't want to waste my Archers, don't want to play a Knight, so I'd rather just Expo. You see there, he played 8 for my 6, so it was a positive 2 Expo anyway. What is going on with these boss bandits today? I swear something is up with them. Maybe it's because they're overpowered, I don't know. All Expo here, I have to get some damage back. He played his recruits on the wrong tile, which is funny, and he just wasted a Firecracker. This is the kind of player that I lose to when they're playing Boss Bandit. Maybe I should have made a Boss Bandit deck, huh? This Evo Tesla will actually full defend my Expo, believe it or not, because Evo Tesla is kind of insane. So, yeah, I played Garbage, he played Garbager, and we win. Yeah. That's game. I'll set up a defensive Expo just to make sure that nothing funny happens. He's been trying to go for pre-arrows, so I'll play my Skellies high. Doesn't even really matter that I'm taking a second dash because it's game over anyway. Ugh. Alright. So, when I see a willy-nilly cycle deck, I'll make sure to save my Knight in case they've got a Boss Bandit now. But, one more game. Let's hope it's not Boss Bandit, because apparently she's stupid and annoying. Cycle Archers first play. I've got both my 1 elixir cards, so I can get around to another set of Archers really quick. Ghost. I'll probably Knight the back. I have Fireball, so if he's playing Ghost Marcher, then I'll be fine. Golden Knight. I feel like he's playing P.E.K.K.A. with Golden Knight Ghost. I don't know why, I just get P.E.K.K.A. vibes from this guy. I'm going to test the river here to snipe off this Golden Knight. Okay, I'm going to Archers and then log. Smart arrows. But it's 3 for 3 because I got a Knight out of it. So instead of having counter-pushing Archers, I have a counter-pushing Knight. So it didn't actually help him at all. I'm going to E-Spirit like this and then Skellies to the side to pull that Bandit over to my Knight. The reason why I decided to pull the Bandit over to my Knight instead of just countering it like a normal person is because if I pull it over to my Knight, then I don't have to worry about him going for like some zap or some nonsense like that. I do have to waste my Archers here. There's just nothing else I can do. It doesn't... Okay. I've got a really awkward cycle right now, so I kind of have to just put up with the spam. Oh, that almost got no hits because of the Skellies, but not quite. My damage is evened out on both towers. I don't know where I went wrong in my cycle there, because he had Golden Knight for my Tesla when I should have had a Knight. So he had Golden Knight when I should have had a Knight. He had Ghost when he had Ram when I didn't have my Tesla. So I wasted my Knight on something that I wasn't supposed to waste it on there. Perhaps I should try and counter his Ghost with Skelly's Spirit next time. I have no idea what he thinks he's doing with that Bandit. That's not even close to my tower. Okay. I guess he was just... Maybe he was getting lucky this whole time, because that was, like, the worst arrows I've seen in my life. I'm just going to Expo with this. I don't think he has enough for P.E.K.K.A. Or maybe he isn't even playing P.E.K.K.A. Who knows? Because he's got double Bandit. It wouldn't surprise me all that much if he doesn't even have P.E.K.K.A. Never mind. Okay. So, I'll Knight like this. Skellies, Spirit Skellies, Archers here. He just wasted his arrows, so he doesn't have anything for that. I can Fireball this because that will finish off the P.E.K.K.A. and get my Expo on tower. He has to arrows that, and he still took a bunch of damage for it, so I've already got my lead back. I'm going to Tesla like this to reveal the ghost, and then I can go for another Expo here. If he's smart, he'll go for a ramp, but even if he does go for a ramp, my Expo is going to help out on defense, and these Evo Archers are going to shred his entire push. The things are in range of the Archers now, which is unfortunate for me, but I do get an Expo lock on tower. I have to Tesla this just to make sure that that ghost dies before it goes invisible. And now I'm up quite a bit of damage. He doesn't have any big spell in his deck, so I can just Fireball Cycle from here, but I don't know if I want to. But I also know that it will work, so I probably will end up doing it. So I'm going to go for a defensive Expo now and start the Fireballs. Like, it's hard for me to, in good conscience, decide to Fireball Cycle, you know? Because, I don't know, man. It's hard. I don't want but I know it's right. I should not have played that Knight so low. I'll let him dash on that single Archer. Fireball this. Very good value Fireball. I think that was actually such a good value Fireball, and I've got such a good counter push here. I'm going to go for another Expo. I can get a second Tesla down for whatever he plays. Probably a P.E.K.K.A. Yep. Tesla. Oh, interesting, a Mother Witch. I'm hoping that the second Tesla will help out. I should have played my Tesla. I should have played my Expo on this tile instead. Actually, believe it or not, I'm just going to straight up log and eat one Mother Witch hit here. Because if I play my Knight, I'm going to be unhappy in the next cycle. If I play my Archers, she's going to get a pig. If I play my Skellies, pigs. So, nothing really good I could do there. Interesting. I'll go for Tesla, just to finish off that ghost. He should go... Okay. He is playing correct, it's just not working for him because my deck is better. I played my Skellies absolutely as high as humanly possible there to make sure that arrows couldn't hit both of them. This is fine. That's a very good Golden Knight dash. That's unfortunate for me. I have to defensive bow here. And then log this just to make sure that it doesn't get multiple charges. Wait, it got multiple charges anyway? Okay. Archers. Fireball this. Log. I have to Knight this side. Spirit. Wait for the bandit to dash and then Fireball. I'm gonna lose this game. Dang. Oh, I shouldn't have gone for the second Tesla there. Yeah. All right. I should play better. I'll see you guys in the next game. This video has pretty much turned into me just learning how to play Expo instead of, actually making a guide for this challenge thing. I'll probably title it that instead, honestly. So, Chef, that implies to me that he's playing that no-skill deck from earlier where he's playing the triple tank. First play tells me that he has a very awkward starting hand right now. He's playing Rage instead of Zap. The original deck actually has Rage instead of Zap. The reason why... No, he has Curse Rage Skellies. Regardless, I know that he's playing Curse Rage now, so there's absolutely no reason for me to ever play my Skellies near my tower. I'm straight up going to Fireball his tower right now because I don't have to do anything about that bomber and he's down Elixir. There's no reason for me to go in for an Expo here because I know that he's playing a Bajillion tanks. I mean, that's the only deck that's even moderately okay with Chef. I'll continue cycling around to my Evo Archers, so I'll have them by double time. Keep cycling my Evo Teslas, too. So, I mean, nothing's really going on. We're kind of just playing nonsense at each other's towers. I decided Tesla instead of taking the Fireball on tower because it just wasn't in cycle. I could have gone Skelly's Fireball if I really wanted to, but now I will. I don't think I have to. I do have to respond to that Mega Minion. Levels. Alright. So, I'm up 200 damage just, because nonsense. I've been playing Fireballs, he's been playing his nonsense spells, and this is the way that things are. So, Bomber. I'm going to Knight here because I don't want to waste any of my Evos because he's about to start going for big things. And there it is. So, I'm going to split my Archers. I probably should have split them behind my King Tower, not in front, because if he has arrows, then they're both going to die. That's fine, I guess. He wasn't fast enough to arrows both of them. I'll Skelly's Spirit to the side and then log. I had to Skelly's first because Bomber that's one level too high does one-tap a... Bomber that's one level too high does one-tap a Spirit, so I couldn't have just tanked it. I am going to go for an Expo here. It was smart for him to play as Mega Minion instead of a big tank. He's going to play a big tank the river. Right? Spirit Skellies. And that doesn't get any damage because he arrowed. Okay. I don't mind him arrowsing because he's getting damage in the wrong lane. I'm going to go for another xbow. The reason I started going for these xbows is because even though they're probably never going to get through, I know that as long as I'm keeping him on defense, he's never going to set anything up. And never letting him set anything up is good enough for me. I'm Evo Archersing low just to make sure that they split again. If he's smart, he'll arrows that one Evo Archer. He should have arrows the side with the P.E.K.K.A on it. Now I'm going to go for a big push here. If he's smart, he'll go for a God Giant opposite lane, but he isn't. I'm going to go for a Fireball here. I'm hoping for a Mega Minion. I will log this to make sure that everything goes away. And then that's Tower. Not Tower, but that's a lot of damage. I don't know what that arrows was. He has to Mega Minion this. I'm going to start cycling around to my Evo Archers again. I'm up a lot of Elixir, but not enough Elixir to get through double tanks, so I have to get to my Evo Archers again before I can do anything. Okay. I will Expo with this. He does have enough Elixir for Gob Giant, so I'll play an E-Spirit here. Okay, it locks onto his P.E.K.K.A. That's fine by me. And pretty much everything's dead already. I mean, that's the reason I keep going for these Expos, because even when he does defend them, he has to waste his tanks defending them. I'll go for another Expo. That will DPS down his P.E.K.K.A. Okay. I'll go for a Tesla like this to make sure that it starts hitting that God Giant as soon as it's in range. Knight. Split Archers. Fireball that. That's very unfortunate arrows timing from him. He didn't manage to kill my Evo Archers. I did figure that that was going to die, so I made sure that I got my Skellies down for that Goblin there. This is not a very close game. I mean, he's never breaking through on offense because I just got really good defense. Okay. I'm literally expoing into this because it's going to deal damage anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. Tesla snipe. Skelly's low. I was really hoping that would snipe, but I got pushed to the side. I don't like push interactions. This could actually be quite bad for me. I have two Archers low, but I've got Bailout, Evo, Tesla. And that's game. So yeah, there's 15 wins. I played really bad in some games. I played pretty okay in others. I'm going to get the Tesla down so he wouldn't have gotten through there. The reason why he was closer to getting through is because he was playing everything on 0. So I play everything on 0, he plays everything on 0, we're neutral. So yeah. Learning to play 3.0 Expo while getting 15 wins in the tournament. Sorry that this wasn't exactly much of a guide on getting 15 wins. I'm kind of just playing myself here, but hey, that's what I need for the 15 wins. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these 2 last losses right now so I can immediately buy the rewards. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, there we go. I went in and I just gave up the 2 wins, so now I can get stuff. And I'm really hoping that I can get 3 logs out of this. I'm just, insta-tapping through. There's 2 of the 3 logs that I need. For these, I'm just going to be picking whatever's closest to the next level so I can try and get more XP out of the level ups. Log. Log. Hey! Actually got it. I was not expecting that, but that's nice. Champions are pretty useless to me, but I will pick Skelly Gang for the level up. I don't really care about unlocking Monk, because I don't need to have Monk unlock. Oh, we got a champion. That's nice. What do we get? Something that certainly is something. Oh, that's XP. That's nice. Okay. I will collect those later. So, yeah, this is the good part. Log, 2 wildcards, level up, and then 1 book of legendaries, level up, and then that is our next level 14. So we're already half level 14, and you saw I got some wild cards, so I can actually get my Firecracker up a level 2. So this is actually really, we're getting close to where we need to be to get to level. We're getting close to where we need to be to get to 9,000 trophies. Oh, this is 2v2. So I think that once we have, wait, where's my deck? Oh, there it is. Okay, so once we get to, I believe it's level 14 Inferno Tower, level 14 Firecracker, then we'll be ready to actually hit 9,000. So we're going to be kind of, struggling feudally for now, but yeah, the free play account's looking really good right now, so I'll see you guys later.